Hello, my tribe. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, depending where you are right now. As per my last poll on my YouTube community section, the most voted for topic was career, which I have recently done, and the next most voted topic is love. So let's see, what is your journey of your love life looking like? Now, I'm not separating my taken people who are in relationship, and singles. In this reading, I want cards to take me on a journey. Some of you will be at the beginning of the journey, some of you will be at the end of a journey of this love of yours. So keep that in mind, right? So sometimes I may talk about the past even though I'm saying it in the present tense. So you're gonna have to help me with this today and figure out which parts are yours and what's about to happen. Today we're using the El Goliath deck, and I don't have any charms. I want you to purely choose intuitively. That is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. If you need some more time, stop it right here. I will see you in timestamps. Hey, group number 1, let's see what is up with you in this love journey. Where are you at? King of Cups, the Chief Eagle. I'm gonna do a mixture of decks actually, and we're gonna read them all together. The first card that I'm pulling from is the Urban Tarot. Next, Romance Angel. And what are your guides helping you with right now? What do they want to say? Let's see. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the Wedding. We have romantic feelings. We have in the near future. We have let go. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the 5 of Pentacles. I'm going to be talking in the present tense as if I'm seeing all of it unfolding right now. By the way, who's into ritual baths and you taking it seriously, I do make handmade ritual soaps, which is right in front of me, using pure essential oils. So depending on what you need, check out my website if you want to. Let's get to it. I'm gonna adjust you slightly so that you can see all the cards. Sorry for this noise, it's annoying, I know. Alrighty, so I do see someone who has gone through a really tricky situation with an individual. You may be still going through that situation. Basically, the issue in that relationship is or was lack of transparency. There could be a feeling that you had with that person that I don't really trust the situation, or I don't really trust where this is heading, or I have a feeling that something is off. And you were really right. There was one point in this love journey of yours where you had to let go of this individual. Some of you may have been married to this individual. And when I say lack of transparency, it doesn't necessarily mean lying and cheating, though it could. It may mean that I got in relationship with this person, or I committed really soon, right, really fast. And then later on I realized when I tied the knot that this person is not what I imagined them to be. Or this relationship is not as I wanted it to be. The image of your head basically did not match the actual real life situation. And your cards are saying there's no reason for you to feel bad about this. You've learned your lesson. You were able to mature from this. You were able to see for the future version of self what you actually desire. Some of the desires that you had in the past from a relationship may have changed. So there is a lot that pile number 1 has learned here. The 5 of Pentacles relates to that. The letting go, the 7 of Swords right here, saying I feel like I have to abandon the situation, or I feel abandoned by this individual. What's happening next here, which I really like, we have the King of Cups and swiftness. This is indicating that an individual who's really pure-hearted, very honest, very emotionally mature is walking into your life. You for a lot of you, you're not going to expect to meet the person around the time when you meet them, or the circumstances may seem very surprising. Or some of you, once you meet this person, you won't even think about this individual as your romantic partner. You may see them as a friend or as a colleague, or someone platonic, but I feel like you're gonna be surprised by this whole situation, which I really like here for you. We have the Four of Wands energy telling us that I feel like within a year you will move in together if you haven't just yet. And it's very likely that you're gonna have this strong sense, that feeling, when people say, when it's the one, or when your souls speak to one another. You don't even have to talk as much. This individual, say you are struggling with a task, and this individual doesn't say anything, you don't say anything that you struggle with a task. They just cop on and they notice that you need help and they come over and help you. There is this kind of communication without words that happens between you two. You will notice if you've met this person, you'll know exactly what I mean. And I don't feel like you will want to wait around here. I feel like you'll know that's exactly what I was looking for. And what you're looking for, pile number one, is this, again, emotional maturity. I want to be seen, I want to be noticed. I don't want to say when I need something, even though you have to. Communication in relationship is the key, right? But maybe in the past you were with an individual who didn't notice anything at all, or didn't really see you, where this individual definitely sees right through you. It would be really difficult for you to hide something from them, because they'd be able to tell that something is off. You're acting weird, even if you are a best actor in the world, okay? This is someone who definitely feels you on a soul level. Let's see, one more card from Elgo Live deck. What else do we need to know about this relationship? We have caution. For some of you, the past may haunt you a little bit at the beginning, especially of a relationship, because you may think that you're going to be trapped again in a situation that you don't want to be in. So some of the fears may start ringing bells, but let's see what happens next. We have two snakes here, and when I think of snakes, I think of big changes like shedding the skin, and I also think of medicine, which refers to healing. There may be a situation for some of you here where it may be difficult to make a decision, or you may feel like, oh, I need to make a decision right now. No, flow with this relationship. Flow with it. At the very beginning, flow with it. Allow yourself to relax, allow yourself to have fun. You don't have to overthink it that much. Overthinking is going to be your enemy, because you're going to be thinking of all the worst case scenarios. Oh my God, what if this will happen? What if that will happen? What if great things will happen? Okay, so Tarot is asking you to more so tap into that energy. What else we got here? We have the Star. And it's a very kind of synchronistic vibe that I have here. We have the trees, we have the tree bark over here. Not the bark, sorry, the tree heart, we call it back home. I don't know how you call it in English. We have two snakes over here, so these are very matchy. The star represents the guidance in this relationship. It is called the cosmic guide, and it also represents your wishes, meaning that those wishes are coming true. But at first, the fear may kick in, and this is very normal, especially if you have been treated wrong. But don't allow the past baggage to ruin this relationship for you, because I really feel like it's gonna be awesome. A little bit more about this relationship. How will that feel for you? Like the spring came, like flowers are blossoming, like there is movement, there is progress, freedom. When I think of a horse, I think of a horse running freely in the field, and it's freedom. It's gonna feel very freeing. Now, this Seven of Wands I interpret very differently from any other deck. This, for me, refers to building a nest. So both of you will probably invest your finances in building a house together or buying property. And you're going to take it very seriously. It's going to be your temple, and you will want everything to be very particular. Everything is very well thought through, so this is nice to see. You're very determined also to protect this relationship. And when I say protect, it's not that you're protecting from other people, because you know that you got each other and you don't need anyone else to come in. And it wouldn't happen. But protect this relationship, meaning I am taking initiative. I'm showing affection. I'm doing all those things that make relationship flourish. Same for this other person, right? Remember, it takes two to tango. You can a lot of times do all the right things, but if another individual is not pulling their own weight, then, you know, a lone soldier in the field. So what else? Yeah, you're definitely gonna say yes to this individual, yes to forever. So this is really, really nice reading. Any advice for you right now? Right now, if you are single especially, focus on individuality, authenticity, and building yourself up as an individual. Independent of what other people may want you to do, what other people may think, you are building yourself up. This is living authentically. You want to go hiking every weekend, that's your thing. You never know how you're going to meet this individual. It's very likely that you will meet them through doing something that you love, or what you like, or being in a place that feels good to you. Because this individual is also going to be called to those places and spaces. So that's what I got for pile number 1. I hope this made sense. And if you have any other ideas for pick a card, please drop them down below. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello, group number 2. Let's see what we have for you in this journey of your love life. Oof, very applicable. 2 of Cups is here. I'm going to be pulling cards from different decks and we're gonna read them all together, so bear with me as I'm doing so. Pile number 2, what do we have for you when it comes to relationships? What's happening? And the message from the guides. Okay, anything that's important? Let's see. If we will need more cards, we will pull more cards. We have Awaken Your Vulnerability. We have Stay Optimistic about your love life. We have Religious Factors. It's not necessarily religious. It could be, for a lot of you, the way you were raised and the way the person was raised is very different, even though you grew up in the same town, right? We have Queen of Wands. We have the 8 of Cups. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have Judgment. We have Healing Heart, for sure. Okay, let me have a sip of tea before I start. Okay, I'll adjust you slightly. By the way, if anyone is interested and you love ritual baths, I do handcraft these ritual bars using only pure essential oils. So not only great for your skin, but great for your spirit. Let's get to it. Sorry about this noise, I know it's a bit annoying. Here we go. Listen, pile number 2 feels pretty strong to me, regardless of what has happened in your past relationships. The most important thing here, what I'm seeing on this journey, is that someone at some point pinpoints what they don't want to repeat, that they have seen in their surroundings when growing up. What I mean by that, someone doesn't want to repeat certain actions or certain programming. They want to drop it, that they have saw they have seen in their family. Say the way your mom spoke to your dad, the way your dad spoke to your mom, the way they led their relationship. Maybe this is not mom and dad, maybe that's something that your grandparents did, right? You basically don't want to repeat something that you have seen growing up. This could be your parents got divorced, right? You go, I don't want to repeat that. I want to make sure I am very aware and very conscious and mindful of what kind of relationship I'm walking into. So your guides, by the way, are showing me judgment cards, meaning that you are gonna grow pretty intensely. Intense is the word that I'm hearing. Intensely through a relationship. So it's a really important, feels like, task that you set yourself out to do here in this lifetime. There is something that you want to correct. Not only this could be to do with the family, but you want to correct something that you have done in the past life or past lifetimes. Maybe relationships were not the strongest suit of yours, right? And in this lifetime, pre-incarnation, you go, okay, that's my task, that's my mission in this lifetime for me to fix this, to be more, for example, forgiving, to be more mindful, to be less judgmental, to be more accepting, right? It could be whatever. You know yourself better, and there are so many different scenarios here. I won't dive into all of them. For some of you, the biggest fear is vulnerability. How can I be vulnerable? How can I step into either my masculine role or my feminine role? How can I talk to my partner in the softest but also firmest way possible, right? Calm and assertive is the way to go for you here. And I really feel like you are accomplishing that here. I really do. Yes, it takes time to heal the heart here, and I really feel like it's something to do with the family or the past life. Because I'm not getting for pile number 2 a kind of intense, traumatic past relationship. It could be the case, but collectively here, it's not that intense. It's something that was not yours or yours in the past life that you want to clear. Remember, healing is gradual. It is no race, okay? We constantly find ways to heal, and we never finish healing. There is no end goal. We can improve over time. So don't make it rushed. If you heard someone say, you gotta be healed to be in relationship, that is such bullshit, because we keep healing gradually. And of course, you can't go into relationship being all chaos and thunderstorm. Yeah, take your time to get yourself together. But I'm talking about those instances when someone kind of refers to, you gotta be kind of perfect and figure everything out to be in a relationship. No, a lot of times we figure a lot out, most of it out whilst being in the relationship, because it acts like a mirror. And you know this, we have the mirror right here, right? The black and the white. We do have the reference to the snake over here. I look at this as the healing, right? You see the sign in pharmacies. We also have a healing heart telling me that the relationship that someone is in, I'm saying is, you may have met this person or not just yet, acts as a very healing, like a balm on your wound. And it's a very beautiful, creative relationship that I'm seeing here. And I'm not sugarcoating it. You're gonna have your own issues, of course, everyone does. Overall energy looks really good to me. Especially when talking about collaborations, I feel like you two will want to create something together. Would it be a project, a business, build a house together? Right? There is something that is really important for both of you creatively, and you both meet and you both vibe off of creativity. I don't think you'd be able to be with someone who is very mundane and boring. I feel like you're gonna go nuts. You would go nuts. Or you would start nagging the individual, but for them, that's their life that they want to live, right? So that would be unfair. You're definitely going to be with someone who has plenty of ideas, or someone who constantly needs something to work on. Another DIY project, right? The inner child is pretty strong of both of yours, and your inner children will speak to one another, which is nice to see here. Let me have a sip of tea and let's continue. What else do we need to know about this relationship? We have the Ace of Pentacles. This is long-lasting. This is not a couple of months type of relationship. This is referring to a long-lasting relationship. Of course, it takes two to tango, right? One person can do all the right things or try to, improve constantly. If the other one doesn't, then you fall out of sync. And resentment starts and it goes into trash, right? So keep that in mind. We have Seven of Pentacles, that rewarded frog. Yeah, this is a rewarded relationship. Look, Three of Pentacles, collaboration. It's very likely that you may meet through a project or through a work situation, but you don't have to. Most important thing in this relationship is you two want to be best teammates first, and then everything else follows. You want to make sure you have the same interests. For pile number 2, same interests or similar interests are really important. Why I'm saying similar, not necessarily the same. For example, if your partner really loves fishing and you don't like fishing at all, but you love being in nature, you two pack your bags, pack a tent, and you go have a camping trip, right? You love taking a walk in the forest, maybe mushroom picking, berry picking, whilst your partner is fishing, right? So similarities here. It's the main thing for pile number 2, and that's what you are bonding over. What else do we have here? Since we're talking about similar interests, what do we need to know? Yeah, you both are following your hearts, which is nice to see. Again, remember how I talked about the inner child. And we have sensitivity. The sensitivity makes me think of I am able to feel you without knowing that you're around. That kind of vibe. But that's once you are in relationship. We're not talking about a situation where you don't know the person just yet. And you keep thinking about your future partner. What are they like? What are they like? A lot of times people start obsessing about it and they imagine that they're feeling them. Listen, the brain is a very powerful tool, right? We can create things that are not necessarily there. So don't get lost in labels, pile number 2, and don't get lost in illusions. Make sure you're really grounded, because you have very grounded cards over here. Grounding is the way to go. I'm presently focused on what I'm doing in my life. I'm focused on my wants, my needs, and my hobbies of some sort, my projects. And that's the main thing here, really, that connects you two. You both also are kind of fearless in terms of going and getting what you want. You give me this feeling of a power couple. One of you may be very good at creating something, the other one is really good at marketing and selling it. Right? You both kind of fill each other's gaps, which is nice to see here. Okay? What else do we need to know? What you won't see. And I'm using the Haunted House Tarot. What is something that you won't or you don't see? I have a feeling that there is something hidden. Literally. Okay. I need one more. What is something that you won't see? Oh my God. We are blocked from this. You're not supposed to see what you're not supposed to see. So I will respect that and I will leave it at that. This happens sometimes when cards don't want me to interfere, don't want me to ruin the surprises for a person that I'm reading for, or something that the person I'm reading for has to experience organically, so they don't have any preconceived notion about the situation. So I do respect that, but I will leave it at that. There was something very mysterious about this, but we're not going to access it. Let's see what else it's important here to know for you about this relationship. Remember, inner child keeps coming through here in this whole reading. Really lovely to see. You definitely, if you won't have children together, then you bring in children of your own from maybe past relationships, or your children will be either your pets or projects that will be really important to you. Because I know people want different things, so I don't want to say to all of you that, oh, you're gonna have children, when you may say on the other end of the screen, I don't want it, right? So keep that in mind. 10 of Cups, I mean, the joyous sky. Oh my God, the 6 of Wands. Listen, you are meant to meet in this lifetime to achieve things. You will notice once you are in this relationship, your projects, as if they are blessed, your ideas come to you, things happen much more smoothly. There are no kind of feeling of blockages of, or I have to push it in order to get there, and it's never ending journey. It's a green light. Once you two kind of merge together, that's when you will notice success comes in, more of it comes in. Not to say that you can't do it on your own, you can, but this feels like a booster, okay? Like a booster for both of you. So this is really nice to see. Awesome reading, pile number 2. Really loved it. Really loved it. You both hunters. That's the energy that you give me. Both hunters. You both may be very business minded or very creative, or both, right? And you want to create a really good life for yourself. You want to create a good life, and you know that you do deserve that good life. It's all about the mind, right? It's all about the perspective. It's all about what kind of glasses you have on to see the world. And both of you, I feel like you have worked through difficulties that you may have had when we talk about relationship with money. Or do I deserve success? Am I scared of it? Am I scared of all of the responsibility that comes with it? I feel like once you two are together, those kind of fly out of the window because you're a really strong team. So I hope this made sense. And once again, if you want to check out my shop, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, group number 3, let's see what we have for you on this journey of love. And I'm going to be pulling from various oracle and tarot decks, the ones that call me. We will read those cards all together. Have the King of Wands as the main energy, the kind-hearted moose. A really nice start. I feel like the Oceanic deck is calling me. Let's get a couple of cards from that deck. Anything else? Not for now. Okay, if we will need more, we will take more. We have codependency. We have calling in your soulmate. We have the 10 of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Align. This is the heart chakra, by the way. We have the Fool. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Kindness. Look, you have kindness twice here. Kind-hearted moose with the masculine energy, right? Knight of Wands. If I said king, sorry. And we have kindness with the Queen of Pentacles. This is very in sync. Okay, I feel like I need something else here. Advice. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. And the dreams of Gaia. Let's see. 5 of Cups. I feel like most of you are pretty optimistic about the love life. By the way, I'm gonna adjust the camera. And before I adjust it, if you are into ritual baths, I do make handcraft these soaps, ritual soaps myself, using pure essential oils, and I name them after what they do, right? So the blend of the essential oils have its own properties. If you want to check it out on my website, and let's get to it. Sorry about these annoying sounds. Here we go. Listen. This is a very unique reading. Why? Because this relationship is not a very much by the book, or the journey of your love life, the story of your love life in general may be very unique. Why I'm saying that? Because the first thing that I saw with the codependency, King of Pentacles and Ten of Cups, I heard, I do depend on this individual, or they depend on me. Could be vice versa, but that works for us. For example, where other people would see it as a bad thing, oh, don't depend on a person emotionally, financially, by just taking care of the household and not, working on your own projects or elevating your career. Don't depend on them because you don't know what's going to happen. But here in this situation, I feel like you are leading your relationship the way it works for you in the moment. And you go, yeah, I do depend on this person financially. But this person would say, but I like to provide. King of Pentacles is a provider. And it's a very loyal energy. I like to be dependable, I hear someone say. And the other person goes, but I like to provide. That works for us. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen in the future. So you do have to have some sort of a safety net, right? I'm not saying depending on the person on anything here, especially don't depend on them on their happiness, on your happiness. But it seems like something that you two guys do, either you met this person or not just yet, or what you both have experienced, it works for you regardless of what other people say. I'm not talking about a toxic relationship. Keep that in mind. I'm not talking about that. Oh, this person beats me up. I'm fine. I like that. I like to be submissive, right? No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the way you structure your relationship that works for you. Where for a lot of other people, it may seem weird, or it may seem old-fashioned or too modern, whatever the case. Another situation that I'm seeing here, you two may tie the knot or move in together really soon. It may be a month or two, let's say, right? You just met and you go, I moved in with them, and everyone else is like, oh my God, like you don't really know each other. You go, but that works for me. That's what I feel like is right for me right now. See, just trying to give you the situations to describe the feeling that I have behind this. Something is not how other people imagine it should be, okay? What you are vibing with, both of you, how are you going to recognize each other? You're going to recognize each other through good deeds. Both of you love a person, a partner, who, let's say they see trash on the street, they pick it up, throw it in a trash bin. Is the little good things that you guys do that connect both of you. I wouldn't be surprised if you two started, I don't know, a shelter, right? Built a shelter to help animals. You basically meeting in this lifetime in order to do something good for humanity. And it could be anything. It could be creating a business, right? A business that is authentic, creating a website that sells good quality stuff, right? You're helping people find good quality stuff in one spot. You may not see it as, oh, I'm helping people, but you save their time because they know that they can come to your website. They don't have to search around for things that are actually good quality. You have it selected through different maybe manufacturers, all on one site, right? So helping others can come in various different ways. You two are very caring about people, and that's what matters to both of you. Just be a good person. I don't care how you dress, I don't care how you look like, I don't care about any of that. Do you have a home, you don't have a home, just be a good person. That's exactly what you are calling for, you are asking for, you are aiming for. And that's exactly what this person does to you in their heart. Lovely, lovely to see. You're also gonna be, I feel like, risk takers. By the way, one of you is much more relaxed and much more grounded and much more maybe reserved, where the other person is being shown to me as a complete extrovert, needing to meet new people, see new places, travel, keep creating. There is one energy that is kind of calm and slower and grounding, where the other energy is very fiery. But it do seems like you two work together well, using those energies. One of you ground the other, and also the other inspires the grounded person, or kind of pushes them at times a little bit when they need to. A line card, heart chakra. Trigger statement, I feel conflicted. True statement, I am true to my highest self. Your focus needs to turn within to reflect on stories that are not true for you. Love is the way through. Now, this would talk about the stories that you tell yourself about your love life that are not true. So keep that in mind. Be aware of how you talk to yourself in your head about your relationships, about your love journey, okay? Be very mindful of that. Be very mindful of that. One person, I don't know if this is you or them, will be the main provider. This is an individual who's gonna want to make sure that the roof is fixed, wants to make sure that there is money at home. And some of you may want to swap even roles, you know. Let's say the male really would love to stay home and take care of kids, if you're gonna have any kids, or to be a stay-at-home dad, and you go, but you know what, I really don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. I really want to go to work and I want to bring money home. And maybe that works for you, even though both people are not in their original self, you know, original energy, which is the feminine, you know, the caretaker, and the masculine, the goal-getter. But maybe that works for you, because there is something very unique about your relationship here, and I keep getting those hints that that works for us, that works for us. Where maybe for majority of people that's a no-no, and it doesn't work for them, and a lot of people have went through divorce or maybe separation because they tried and it didn't work. Where you go, I don't know, it's weirdly, this is our little bubble that we want to live in, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's see what else we got here. Pile number 3. What else we got here? What else is important to know? Travel. I did talk about travel here, and we have a busy mind. One of you is an overthinker, the other one is a go-getter. You go, I'm not going to overthink it, I'm going to dive into it and see what happens. So it can at times feel stressful to the person who is a bit more reserved or who's a bit more cautious, but I feel like that person will be watching the other doing all of those things and will be taking inspiration from that. Even if taking a risk once, it's gonna pan out to be a mistake or it's not gonna go really well, but the person will go, okay, they're watching the other individual. They've learned quite a lot from this because they have taken that risk. Now they have this knowledge in their portfolio, where I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have known about that. So there is a sense of kind of someone is observing an energy that goes and does things. Not to say that the person who is more reserved doesn't do anything. They do have a very important job, but they like to be a little bit in the background. That's their space, that's their zone. It is very likely that these two people will travel. I do see a van, maybe decide to sell everything and travel the world, or decide that the corporate job or 9 to 5 is not for them and they want to live a very different lifestyle, or they want to live off grid. That's what kind of energy I have here. Not for all of you though. I feel like 40% of you here, that's what you want to do, and you will be able to do so. Really feel like you will, and both of you will really enjoy that, because that person who is more reserved will love the touch with nature, and the person who is a bit more fiery will love all the project that goes with living off grid, for example. Okay, so I hope that made sense, and that's all I have for you, pile number 3. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.